I did notice with people, I started using a lot of our AA lingo with people, and they're like, "Dude, what the fuck are you talking about in amends? Like, what does that mean? You want to say you're sorry for something? Well, it's a little more than a sorry, you know."
Yeah, my wife and I, we have a lot of healing to do, right?
Mm,
It's she's known me for over 16 years. She's only known me one way, as an alcoholic. So yeah, I think just the way I speak to her, my demeanor, like you just said, like slogans I'll use, or words of wisdom that come out of my mouth. Sometimes she'll just look at me like, what? Like, is that really coming out of your mouth?
right.
She certainly likes this guy a lot more. But there's a lot of explaining to do. There's a lot of learning to do from each other. Um, I think the other people in my life, different friends and stuff, I've really kind of wrapped my arms around the sober community. Um, that's who I spend most of my time with. Um, I've unfortunately, through no fault of their own, but my own choices, I've removed myself from a lot of friendships that I had because they were built on drinking.
Mhm.
Um, and I don't even know what's there beyond the drinking. And I'm not ready to really find out yet. I may be in the future, but right now I like the people that I'm surrounded with. So, yeah, people see a difference in me. My family sees a difference in me. My wife does. Um, but I spend most of my days with, again, like-minded people, um, who know what I'm trying to do, why I'm trying to do it, whether it's in person or it's online in meetings, or even like I've built quite a social community on it's quite a sober community on social media.
Yeah.
And those are really the people I even stay in contact with on social media. So it's kind of just the lingo we use is kind of what I use all day long, and it just feels normal to me, and I think normal to most of the people that I'm in contact with.
Yeah. No, I've appreciated some of the stuff you've shared on social media. Um, why am I blanking on his name? The gentleman that was Ellen's DJ when he committed suicide.
Switch.
Twitch. Yeah, you had a very just heartfelt, genuine share. And like, I personally got so much value out of it. Like, I didn't know the gentleman. I can only say from people that, did know him, that have, shared perspectives. And it's just, I think in a world of bullshit that we get inundated with on social media, or people trying to be something else, it's, what you're doing is really refreshing. And I'm letting you know I got something out of it, and I appreciate it. And please keep doing it, because I'm still trying to find that confidence to share in that way beyond just, hey, I did a great podcast. Here's a good snippet. Please go listen. Like, what is my inner voice? So stuff like that. It's, I'm not the only one. I know it. So,
Well, I mean, I thank you. I appreciate that. I was so full of shit for so long on social media. Um, talk about living a lie. I when I was just talking about my kids and stuff, it's like I would take my kids to the Yankee game, and I made sure I got the good picture for social media so that everyone could see what a great dad I was. But then I didn't show you the part where I wasn't even talking to my kids because I was trying to get another beer and things like that, and I was all about showing off whatever car I was driving and the vacation I was on. And God, it was like that was exhausting in itself, trying to keep up appearances. But it's like, when I think about why I couldn't sleep at night, it was like, man, I didn't like who I was. I didn't like who I was pretending to be. I felt awful in every way about it. So in while I was in rehab is when I made the decision that I was going to be honest with everyone. I didn't know I was going to be public about it, but I knew family, friends, colleagues, I'm going to be honest with them because I'm done lying. I don't want to have to lie anymore. But then I realized even the way I communicate on a daily basis to anybody, whether you know me or you didn't know me, it was all lies or half truths or whatever. And I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to try to be honest in every way that I can. And whether I'm having a good day or a bad day or whatever it's going to be, I'm going to put that out there, and that included on social media. And it's like, you bring up Twitch. It's like I knew Twitch from So You Think You Could Dance and stuff, but we weren't friends. We were friendly. But social media, again, it's like I was watching him from afar, and it was like I was envious. It was like he's got everything, and it was such a smack in the face and such a reminder of, man, I mean, you never know. It's like everybody thought that I was living this perfect life, and it was so far from it. It was the opposite of it. It was misery every day. Mm-hmm. So you don't know. We don't know about anybody.
This is the Knocking Doors Down podcast, featuring celebrities, experts, and everyday people who have overcome adversities, including addiction, mental health, and trauma, to live purposeful lives. And that's what Knocking Doors Down is all about.